Hey there, what's up internet? My name is BlackLightAttack. Welcome back. Welcome to episode 4 of Let's Play HeartGold MonoBug Challenge. So last time we caught our very first bug type, kind of our unofficial bug type starter, and that is Peter the Spinarak. And he's got, well actually I had to go back and redo everything I did in the beginning. So I actually had to catch a new Peter. This is actually Peter Plus. He's actually a better Peter than the old Peter. The old Peter was jolly nature, which isn't bad for a Spinarak, but this one's adamant, which is even better. It's plus attack instead of plus speed, since Spinarak's speed sucks anyway, and so does Ariados's. But he's also got the insomnia ability, whereas the last Peter had the swarm ability, and insomnia is just way better. Swarm's actually not that useful, so our goal right now is to just get him leveled up a bit, and it's going to be pretty tough. Like, I would normally do a grinding montage right now, but just these battles are going to be hard because he's level 2. Look, he just got crit and barely survived from a level 2 Pidgey. So really, like I said, I had to go back and redo everything. So I've actually recorded this before, so I know that. Okay, well, all right, well, we blacked out. Okay, good thing this isn't a Nuzlocke, but okay. So that's the kind of thing that can happen when you're starting with level 2 Pokemon. But anyway, the reason I had to go back and re-record everything was, you know, I know for a fact that this is hard, and this is really reliant on just me getting poison procs off of Poison Sting, because it's the only way Poison Sting can actually really deal damage. So there we go. Finally got, you know, RNG is just not being good to us right now. But anyway, the reason I had to restart everything, the reason I had to go back and re-record all my shit, is because, well, not re-record, but catch back up with my save file, is because when HeartGold and Soul Silver came out, Nintendo included a whole bunch of anti-piracy measures with them. And anti-piracy measures are basically just pieces of code in the game that prevent them from being emulated on emulators or flashcards on, you know, on your actual DS or what have you. And it usually comes in the form of the game freezing at certain times. And Nintendo, I mean, I guess that's them just trying to protect their brands and stuff from piracy, but I can't really get behind it because the whole reason that emulation is legal and the whole reason that I'm allowed to download an emulator and then also download a ROM and play this game on my computer is for backup purposes, and that it's completely legal to emulate a game that you already own. And the thing is I own a physical copy of this game. I went and bought this game for $35 or however much it was, and I own this game, so the anti-piracy measure in this scenario did nothing but hurt me as a legitimate consumer of Nintendo's products. And I mean, I'm not going to get up on a high horse and preach about the rights and wrongs of anti-piracy, but that's bullshit. That's just bullshit. That did nothing but hurt a legitimate consumer, not a pirate. So I have to say, poor form Nintendo. Poor form. I just spent so long trying to get a working ROM so that I could continue this Let's Play. It's really been a nightmare all night. It's now 5:30 in the morning, and I've been trying to record this episode for like 2 hours. So this is really not good. This really just hurt me a lot in terms of time, and I wanted to record a bunch of episodes tonight. I'm only gonna have time to record and edit one. You know, it sucks. It really sucks. You know, I feel like just really annoyed right now. I finally got a working patched ROM. You know, if you're trying to get this game working, just Google a pre-patched HeartGold or Soul Silver ROM, because both of them have issues. And you know, I guess you're just gonna have to make sure you're running an antivirus, because a lot of the sites that you can find off this shit are, you know, really shady. I guess I'm gonna have to spend my last potion here. But anyway, on the plus side, I've now been wrestling with this stupid ROM situation for so long that it's now technically daytime in the game, so I can actually go and catch a new Pokemon now. I can go and buy or not buy, sorry, I'm saying buy because I just entered the Pokemart. I can now go and catch a Caterpie where I caught Peter a minute ago. So did I actually buy those, or did I actually? Okay, yeah, I did buy those potions. Okay. Once I level up Peter here one more time, we're gonna go ahead and try and catch a Caterpie, because in the same bushes at night it's Ariados, I'm sorry, Spinarak, and during the day it's Caterpie. So luckily for me, that means that now I have Caterpie available, and even before I go into Ilex Forest, I'm going to be able to get 2 bug types, which is great. Especially because Caterpie is quite a bit more solid well, not Caterpie itself, but Butterfree is definitely a bit more solid overall stat-wise than Ariados. Both still very flimsy Pokemon. Our hard hitters aren't going to come until like we get Headbutt and the bug catching contest, and we're able to catch like Scyther and Heracross and Pinsir. Those are going to be our real hard hitters and our real bug Pokemon that are statistically, able to compete with the other types. But until then, I mean, Butterfree's fairly solid. So anyway, let's see if we can do some grinding out here and see if we can find us a Caterpie. We're basically still going to be running back to town to heal like every 2 seconds, it feels like. But it's kind of funny because the first move he learns, aside from Poison Sting, which, like I said, I mean, it forces you to... There's our Caterpie. A female Caterpie, no less. It forces you to rely on Poison Sting and RNG and inflicting the poison status in order to deal any kind of significant damage. Pain in the ass and all. But then the first move he learns when he levels up is Scary Face, which is just a better version of String Shot, which he already has. So I don't know, it's shitty. I think he doesn't get any reliable damage. He gets Leech Life at level 12, which is equally shit. And then he finally gets a decent attacking move in Nightshade at level 15. So this is going to be a hard run. This is going to be a pretty challenging run, which is, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But just saying. Okay, so we need a name for a female, what is eventually going to be a butterfly, which shouldn't be too hard, but really I can't think of that many fictional butterflies, There's a character in League of Legends that I like, who I haven't really played. I just like her character design because she's adorbs. But what is her name? Lulu, I think. And she has like a fairy that follows her around. Fairies are kind of butterfly-like. Pix, that's her name. We're gonna call this here Butterfly. Sorry about that. What did I just show you guys? Is that anything I have to? Nah, it's just my ROMs and my Steam. Okay, whatever. Pix. Boom. Pix, which is Lulu from League of Legends, her fairy companion, but is now our butterfly companion instead. Boom. Well, will be our butterfly companion after she stops being a caterpillar companion and then a cocoon companion. Eventually. Baby steps, baby steps. So that's basically, I guess what we're doing this episode. We can't even really progress, honestly. I mean, oh, hey, a Metapod. Shit, yeah. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah. This is gonna be the new Pix. Not to mention I got that... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's got the shed skin. You son of a bitch. I was like, alright, poison damage. It's just gonna deal reliable percentage-based damage, and I'm not even gonna have to worry about whittling it down through its hardens. But honestly, Poison Sting's gonna deal like 1 damage per shot fucking anyway, but also Shed Skin's gonna get rid of the poison status. But anyway, let's fucking... Oh, no. Okay, let's not catch that then. Fine. I swear I'm gonna get him down to like 1 HP, and then Poison's gonna proc. There we go. Okay, so we got another Pix, except not. So I'm gonna call you... I'm gonna call you Marge. How's Marge? Short for margarine, as in butter. Butterfree? I don't know. So now we have 2 Butterfrees. I'll probably just stick with Marge for now. Maybe change her name to Pix later, but I don't know. I guess we can. What we should do is just look at which one has better stats. So we have a Rash Nature, which is plus special attack minus special defense. That's not bad. And then this Caterpie's got a Bold Nature's plus defense. Or, I'm sorry, minus attack plus defense. Okay, that's a toughie. And then I think the Shed Skin. I think no matter what, does Butterfree only have 1 ability? Let's find out. I know we're not really gonna get very far in this episode, but okay, Butterfree always has Compound Eye, so that's not really a problem. Let's see, what's better? Low special defense, basically Glass Cannon versus regular attack, but better defense. I'm actually gonna stick with the Glass Cannon route. So I mean, it's only an advantage of 1 level, and actually doesn't Caterpie evolve at like level 5 or like level 7 or something? Isn't that level 4 Metapod kind of like a kind of an anomaly? I don't know, but anyway. This is kind of a pointless catch, kind of a waste of a Pokeball, because I'm not going to use 2 Butterfrees, There's no rule saying in my custom rule set. There's no rule saying that I can't use multiple of the same Pokemon, but if I'm going to use multiple of the same Pokemon, it's going to be a straight badass like the 3 I mentioned earlier, Scyther and Pinsir and Heracross. But for those of you wondering, am I going to be trying to get a Scizor? Yes, but not until I obtain the steel coat, which is not for a while. I don't think you get the steel coating in this game for a good long while. I'm not exactly sure how long, but I think it's like, I don't know. Oh, I think you can win one in the Pokathlon Dome, but I don't know if that's a prize that opens up later on. But anyway, guys, we're about getting to the end of the episode, and I know, I understand that we didn't really get anywhere, but this is kind of the beginning we have to take. Honestly, this was just us catching a new member for our team, and then just trying to get Peter a few levels, just a few levels, so that he's actually able to deal some damage. But we're actually going to make some progress next episode, because I'm going to grind these guys out a little bit in between episodes. And I hope to see you guys next time. Go ahead and like the video if you did indeed enjoy it. We're going to get a move on during the next one, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.